Expositor building, and you can see it in 1890 in the engraving, and you can see the way it's been refaced with a quote-unquote tenant improvement that concluded in the 50s. So my goodness, what's this all about? Here it's located, one at 1029, 1031 Fulton Mall from the 2008 aerial. It's a 2-story brick masonry building that's hidden behind a 1950s facade improvement. However, the actual building dates to 1881 and 1888. It was the editorial offices and print room for the Expositor, that's Fresno's first newspaper. The building now houses 2 separate businesses. You can't get to the second floor except through this shimmying up the back pipe, and that's the assistant director for our department with one of our commissioners and 2 members of Fresno Past who first brought this issue forward. A little bit about the historical background about the Expositor. I won't read this. Again, it's in your staff report. And the building itself was constructed, purpose-built at this corner, 1 story, then a second story was added, and eventually the newspaper closed. And you can see here the way it looked in 1890. And on the Sanborn Fire Insurance map, these are fabulous tools for researching history. However, for a building to be both historically significant or on the register, it has to have integrity to that period of significance. And here's the various aspects of integrity. It's not really defined in our ordinance, but we kind of assume that it's considered in the National Register. So what do we do with this? We have the Expositor with its 1950s facade improvement. It would be disingenuous to suggest that the building has not lost integrity of materials, design, and so forth. However, design as an integrity issue is not very critical when a building is eligible for listing because of its historic significance, rather than, say, Frank Lloyd Wright designed it or whatever. The original fabric of this building is there beneath the tenant improvement. It's masonry construction, and with the owner's consent, members of the local historic community have been working both in the basement and have done some forensic evidence and have found that the bricks are all stamped by William Bettridge. He was the first very major contractor and brickmaker who designed most of the beautiful buildings that are no longer in Fresno, although this one is hidden. And this is a Temple Bar building which was constructed by William Bettridge. So the commission, after considering this and thinking about this, did find that because this is Fresno's first newspaper, possibly the oldest extant commercial building in Fresno, the Expositor warrants designation to the local register of historic resources under Criterion 1 for the significant role the newspaper played in Fresno's early social and political history, under Criterion 2 for its association with pioneer editor John William Ferguson, and under 4 for the potential to yield information about Fresno's earliest building practices and construction technology. And I'm very happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, staff. We'll now take this item out to the public. Do we have any members of the public that would like to comment on this item?
Thank you, Mr. President. Members of the council, Dave Herb, 3263 East Huntington Boulevard. As such, I'm here this morning in a slightly different role than you usually see me. This one's personal. The Washon home, that is,